I just wanted to share this morning. I got my pen in the mail. I don't know if you can see that. For the 10K challenge I did in September. I hate intros. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Mandy Grace. I am an author of a dystopian trilogy and a retelling of the Legend of Robin Hood. I'm currently working on editing another series around the Robin Hood characters. Today, I wanted to talk about something else entirely. It's officially October, which means for those of us who do NaNoWriMo, this is the month where we prep whatever novel we are going to be writing in November. It took me a while to come up with a novel that I wanted to be writing this month. My Robin Hood series, my dystopian trilogy are both fully completely written and published, and this series that I have been working on for the last 2 years during NaNoWriMo has come to a close as well. So I was at a completely blank slate and struggled for a little while trying to come up with a story to write. And what I settled on is a completely different genre than I have ever written in before. I have 7 historical novels at this point. Not all of them are published, of course, but I have 7 historical stories. And I have 3 young adult novels that are sort of dystopian, but don't really follow the rules of a dystopian story. But for NaNoWriMo this year, I'm going to be doing a crime novel. I haven't settled yet on exactly what it's going to be genre-wise, but I'm thinking more suspense or thriller than just whodunit. So today, because this story doesn't have anything other than just a rough, this is kind of an idea, I'm going to be brainstorming the story. Hooray! First step to prepping my novel, figuring out what it even is. I have a fresh notebook. There's nothing in here. Let's do this. So the premise of this story is as follows. I can't tell you though. Well, here's the thing. I can't tell you why it gets crazy because that's like a huge spoiler of the novel that has not been written. No, I wanted to go to Google Drive, it did that. Google Drive. Yeah, that one with all my documents. Thanks. Computer. Oh, I just had... That is a brilliant idea. Okay. It's probably not that brilliant, but it's feeling brilliant at the moment, yes. Okay, so I titled my novel Fantastic. This is great. This was not what I came here to do today. Okay, just start writing words, it's fine. Brainstorm. I just wrote the word brainstorming. I'm getting really far. Oh, I just had an idea. I just had a brilliant idea, which I can't tell you about because, again, we'll spoil the twist ending. Okay, I can't tell you anything about what I'm doing right now, but it's gonna be good. I have high confidence in my own abilities to write in a genre that I've never written in before. Oh, this is getting good. I'm getting hungry though. I would love to show you what I've been up to in regards to brainstorming on this little paper down here. However, this story encompasses a lot of twists and turns and unexpected things, which I want to shock the reader when they reach them, so I can't actually tell you about them. So you get nothing. I have done a bit of the brainstorming of like the overall, this is what the story should look like. And now I'm going to make a character profile for my MC. So one thing that I figured out very early on in brainstorming was the title of the novel. Coming up with titles for me is different for every single novel. For some of them I know immediately what it's going to be called, like this one. Or Return to Sherwood. I named Return to Sherwood from the very beginning. I thought it might change, but from the beginning it was Return to Sherwood. Things like Lucy's Legend, which was my very first Robin Hood story, was originally called Lucy's Tale, and then I made it an alliteration. And then there were stories like Isolated, the first in my dystopian trilogy, which I had the entire novel written and I could not come up with a title, and then I sat with my sister for like an hour and we just threw random words at each other until I decided Isolated was what it was going to be called. So, it's a different process every single novel that I write, what I'm going to end up calling it. And as you already saw, it just sort of dawned on me as I started the brainstorming what I was going to call it. So what I'm doing right now, because the MC is supposed to be like early college age, so I have pulled up the top of 1,000 popular baby names in the year 2000, because that would make her 19, 20 now, assuming the story is taking place in the year that I'm writing it. I am looking at the names and just saying, my name is Emily, my name is Hannah, my name is Madison, etc., etc., until I find one that just sounds right as I'm reading through it. We'll see if this works. If it doesn't, I'm gonna have to rethink this. Right now my favorite is Brianna. I don't know why, but I liked it. But I have a long ways to go on this list because I'm only on name 15 of 1,000. So I found my sister's names, first and middle name, in this list, which is only interesting because she was born in 2000 and that's what this list is. So her first name is the 39th most popular name, girl name, in 2000, and her middle name was the 48th most popular name. Fun fact for you, Rebecca. I take it back, my information was incorrect. So my sister's name is Rebecca. So the first Rebecca I came across, which was the 39th most popular, I was like, ha, my sister's name was the 39th most popular. It wasn't spelled right, but it rarely is. So I just moved on. But I was wrong, because I have now come across the correct spelling, which is the 173rd most popular name. I didn't realize we were putting different spellings as different names. But Rebecca, you're actually not as popular as I thought you were. Alright, after all of that reading of 1,000 names, for a while I was reading My Name Is Ava, My Name Is Desiree, and then I got tired of it and I just started saying names, and by the end I was just sort of shouting, Julie, Kendall, Kara, trying to get through them. Anyway, after going through all those names, I'm going back to the beginning and I'm gonna call her Brianna. I know nothing of the inner workings of law enforcement or investigations or, you know, the way criminals think when they kidnap little girls. I don't have a clue. So, there will be a lot of research involved, but I am a researchy person because I like historical novels, so I do research anyway. It's just a different kind of research. This should be fun. I'm excited. So this was day 1 of my Preptober. I feel like I got a lot done. We'll see what else I can do in the rest of October.